Hey, how are you? I'm Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Team Riser Fall to talk about some Beastie Boomer action for yes, September 1st is today. The summer is no more. We have Labor Day coming up soon, and that was done and over with in the blink of an eye. But here we are today, September 1st, to talk about baseball. And truth be told, it's a nice, easy, slow moving slate. When you look at it, 3-game main slate on FanDuel, 4-game main slate on DK, and then on Yahoo, 3-game main slate. There's only 4 games today total across the board, it looks like here. So main slate, as I said, is 3 games. So we have to be perfect. We have to be very picky and particular in what stack we're going to use, what player, what batting order, and all of that jazz. So before I get into my favorite stack of the day, make sure you go to the website at Team Riser Fall, type it in the browser, however you want to do it. When you get there, use promo code Beastie. You'll get $10 off your first month of premium services, and there's still a few days left. Everybody or any one of you that use the promo code Beastie, I'm going to pick a name out of a hat and just hand it to you, give you a free month of full access premium package to this website here for the month of September. And to be fair, that's one of the most important months of the year if you bet on sports, if you play DFS, because it's the first 2 weeks of the NFL season, or if you want to use, as I've been doing, the 90% off coupon, 75% coupon, I wouldn't fault you, but hey, with Beastie, you can get a whole month for free on me, not on the house, on me, however you want to put it. Let's talk about baseball, shall we? We're going to dig in here, and again, it's a very small main slate, but I have a few ideas. Stick around. I'm going to bring in the Study Hub stack, everything possible to get this job done today. Be right back. Hello, and we are back. Here it is, the Team Riser Fall Study Hub FanDuel batter matchup in all its glory. Here's the DK FanDuel batter matchup in all its glory. Here are the projections, and here are the stacks tool today. And when you look at it, there's not much going on, and you love to see that. Boom, that's all it is. A lot of green, a lot of red, but we're going to kind of wade through this here as we see fit. Today, however, there's something pulling me to the Colorado Rockies playing in Atlanta today. And when you look at this one, you're going to say, Chris, what the heck are you doing? The Rockies offense is very bad away from Coors Field, rightfully so, because it's a small ballpark. But the Rockies, they only average around 3.08 runs a game, over 2.6 runs less than their average at home. So at home, they're averaging plus over a little bit over 5 runs a game. On the road, they are only scoring about 3, maybe 4 runs on the road. So Chad Cool, takes the hill for the Rockies tonight. In Atlanta, they have one of the best offenses in baseball. So you're going to say, well, what the heck are we doing here, Chris? So let's isolate Colorado here. And I have a couple. I'm going to open this sucker with some betting trends to further affirm my position in this one. When you look at it here, Colorado, this is shocking. I read this morning, and this is shocking. The Rockies have won their last 6 series against the Braves in Atlanta, matching their team record for consecutive road series wins against a single club. Colorado won 6 straight series in San Diego from 2010 to 2011, and that was their longest streak until now with what Colorado has been doing in Atlanta. So there seems to be good mojo for the Rockies in Atlanta. And as you can see here, Spencer Strider takes the hill. This kid's been a spitfire. He's come out of nowhere, but I firmly believe that Colorado can do enough here. And again, I'm not saying this game is going to be a blowout one way or another. I think this is going to be a highly contested game within a run or two. It's not going to be a blowout 8-0 or 6-1, something like that. So we need to really, really dig in on who we're going to use. And I'm going to start in the leadoff spot with Ryan McMahon at third base. In some spots, Ryan McMahon can be used in third base, second base, whichever one you're using. Let's check in on DK really quick, because Ryan McMahon, he's third base there. You can move him around if need be. But when we look at Ryan McMahon, played 124 games. He's like their super utility infielder, 248 average, 333 on base, 400 slugging percentage, and his counting stats have been pretty, I don't want to say crappy, but they're not superstarish, but that's enough to get the job done here. Ryan Ryan McMahon, 52 runs, 58 RBI, 13 bombs, 7 steals, and he's walked. He's walked 52 times, so this guy gets on base. And when you look on DraftKings, his ownership percentage is 1.4%. And then when you go back to the FanDuel batter matchups, look at Ryan McMahon's ownership percentage there, 6.1% here. And again, as I said, I believe it was Monday, with it only being a 3-game main slate, we can throw ownership percentages out the window, because if you're going to be in contests with sharks where you can enter 150 max lines in 100,000 entry contests here, there's going to be millions and billions of combinations, so ownership percentage goes out the window. You just got to get the right combination, and player names be damned. Just I want to stack Colorado 1 through 4. I want to pair them with Cleveland 4 through 5, and then I'm going to double down and go, I want to run Colorado from the bottom up 9 to 5, and then I'm going to run Baltimore. See, so you were just mixing and matching 4 players from each team, and we're going to combo it out. We're going to slice it up kind of like a chef would do. Let's move down the list in the 2-hole. Hopefully it will be in the 2-hole, and that's Brendan Rodgers. Again, a second baseman, but he can also play third base. He also plays shortstop, because when you look at Brendan Rodgers here in DK, he's also second base. So on DraftKings so far, we got a third baseman, we got a second baseman, and here we go. Brendan Rodgers, not even 1% ownership, and that's fine. Brendan Rodgers supposed to be this big stud, and he's hit a few hurdles, and he stumbled this season, but he's still active enough that when he plays, we want him in his lineup. Look at Brendan Rodgers here on FanDuel, only $2,600, ownership percentage 4.8%. As I look through my secret notes, when you look at Brendan Rodgers, he's played 118 games, 420 slugging percentage, 327 on base, 62 runs scored, 60 RBI, 11 bombs. And one thing that's baffling to me is Brendan Rodgers never been a speedster. He's not going to steal 20 bases, but he hasn't swiped one bag so far this season, which is kind of like, what the heck are you doing? But he's taken 36 walks here. We can deal with that, and his price tag and his value tier and all that. Let's go down in an old tried and true Charlie Blackmon here in the 3-hole here tonight. $2,900 on FanDuel, and then on DK, Charlie Blackmon is $4,400 here. Again, ownership percentages. If we can get Colorado on DK at least, look at this. Look at CJ Cron, a stud, hits bombs. I'm going to talk about him next. Batting cleanup here at 1% in a game where Colorado is such an underdog. As it stands right now, I think Colorado is like plus 350, plus 375. I mean, there is an absolute ass load of cash to be made on Colorado tonight in Atlanta, and it just takes the stones. Are people going to follow me, and we're going to stack Colorado and see what we get? That's up to you, but that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to suggest that. Rarely do I say, well, I think you should do this, and I'm going to really hang my hat on this, because I would never ask you to do anything I wouldn't do myself. And guess what? I'm stacking the hell out of Colorado in all spots here in this one. So let's just skip right ahead to CJ Cron, 4th in the order. When you look at him on FanDuel, only $3,300 on FD. On DK, he's $4,800. We already went over the ownership percentage there, 1% on DK. It's laughable. And Cron is 2.6% on FanDuel here. When you look at CJ, guy's been unbelievable. 67 runs, 86 RBI, 24 bombs. He's walked 33 times. Granted, he struck out 135 times, but his average is 271. So more times than not, this guy rarely falls into a rut. And by a rut, I don't mean hitting home runs. I mean just getting base knocks, getting on base, and going and moving on from there. One more thing I want to mention before we split, and it's a bummer because I don't think that Cleveland, let me double check this, because last night as I was laying in bed, going through all this stuff, the Orioles play Cleveland at 6:10, and I absolutely love the idea in an all-day slate situation of stacking Cleveland with Colorado. And when we look at Cleveland, I'll buzz through this one. I know I kind of touched on it yesterday where I added 2 teams and it was kind of a muck, but we're going to get it right one of these days. If you want to play the all-day slate, which incorporates everything, early, turbo, main, whatever you're doing, stack those 4 or 5 Colorado guys, McMahon, Brendan Rodgers, Charlie Blackmon, CJ Crone, and even a little bit of Randall Grichuk. But then when we get into an earlier game at 6:10 p.m., I absolutely think Cleveland just mops the floor with Baltimore, and I'm saying like 6-1, 7-1 here. So Cleveland, you could even tease this line. You could tease the alternate line run to Cleveland minus 3.5 runs, which I believe it comes out to be in like 330, 340, and you take Colorado's money line, and you're looking at unbelievable. Just the return in value on $10 would be like 250 something bucks, something like that here. So let me double back to Cleveland really quick, and it is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the batting cleanup, or excuse me, batting first is Stephen Kwan, Ahmed Rosario, Jose Ramirez, and then even Josh Naylor batting in the cleanup spot. So if you're going to play main slate, we're going to stick with Colorado, okay? And that's as easy as it gets for me here. Look at these ownership percentages, next to nothing. If you want a little taste of the all-day slate, and again, all day, it's not one of those 18-game, 25-game, slates where you'd better suited playing Powerball numbers here. So if you play the main slate, stack Colorado. If you want to get a little wild and play all day, which is only 4 games, I'm going to run a combo stack of Colorado and Cleveland and see what we can get here. I'm going to bring my face back in. I'm going to go over some recent betting trends, and we'll get the heck out of here on the fast track to our weekend. Hey, and we are back. Thank you for being here. Again, I'm Chris. When we look at some recent betting trends here, the total has gone under in 4 of Colorado's last 5 games. Colorado 5-10 straight up their last 15 games. Atlanta 15-5 straight up their last 20 games. It's tough sledding. I know what I'm asking, folks. I know what I'm saying, folks. Colorado going up against Atlanta tonight in Atlanta is a tough task, but I don't know if anybody's got the hair on their chest or the stones to make this happen. So I'm going to stack Colorado, and again, I'm going to take the Colorado money line as well. It was at about 350 this morning. I saw it at plus 375 here. So please do me a favor, at least just a dollar or a free entry, whatever you want to do. I don't want you to waste your money, but hey, stack Colorado. We'll see what we get. Before I split, make sure you go to the website, use promo code Beastie. You'll get $10 off your first month of all premium options, and you'll throw your name into a hat, and I'm going to give someone a full access pass to the Rise or Fall premium package for the month of September. 90% off coupon is still in play. 75% off coupon is still in play. And a few more things tomorrow. Look for Beasties Boomers on Friday. And then again, we get another college football DFS video on Saturday, which is the opening day of CFB. So until I see it tomorrow, be good, be safe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.